The story of Joseph the dreamer. Joseph, innocent and excited, shared the dream. His brothers were angry. "Do you think you will rule over us?" they scoffed. Another night came. Another dream followed. The sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowed down to Joseph. Even his father paused when he heard this. Joseph did not know it yet, but God had planted a dream in his heart, a dream bigger than his understanding.
One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were tending sheep far away. Joseph walked faithfully, wearing his colorful coat, unaware that danger was waiting. When his brothers saw him coming, their anger boiled over. "Here comes the dreamer," they said. They grabbed Joseph, they tore off his coat,
And they threw him into a deep, empty pit. He cried out. The pit was dark, cold, and silent. Joseph looked up and saw only a small circle of sky. In that moment, the dream seemed dead, but God was still there. The idea of selling Joseph as a slave. Instead of killing him, the brothers sold Joseph to traveling traders. For a few coins, they traded a brother for silver.
20, 30, 40 pieces.
Joseph was taken far away to Egypt, a land of tall buildings, powerful kings, and strange languages. He became a slave in the house of an important man named Potiphar. Chains replaced the coat of many colors. Hard labor replaced his childhood freedom. Yet something unusual happened. Even in slavery, God's favor rested on Joseph. Everything Joseph touched prospered. Potiphar noticed and placed Joseph in charge of his household. For the first time in a long while, Joseph felt hope again. Joseph falsely accused.
Joseph, come to me.
But trouble came once more. Potiphar's wife lied about Joseph and accused him of a terrible crime he did not commit. Joseph had done the right thing, but he was punished for it. No trial, no defense, no mercy. Joseph was thrown into prison. The doors slammed shut. Darkness returned. Joseph in the prison again. Prison is a place where many dreams die. But Joseph refused to let his faith die. He helped others. He served faithfully. He trusted God even when answers were silent. God gave Joseph the ability to interpret dreams. One day, 2 prisoners had troubling dreams. Joseph explained them, and they came true exactly as he said. One of those prisoners was later released and returned to serve Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Joseph asked him one thing: "Please remember me." But the man forgot. Days passed. Months passed. Years passed. Still, Joseph waited. The king gets a dream. One night, Pharaoh himself had a dream. No one could explain it. Then suddenly, the forgotten prisoner remembered Joseph. Pharaoh sent for him immediately. In a single day, Joseph went from prison to palace. Standing before the most powerful ruler on earth, Joseph said humbly, "I cannot interpret dreams, but God can." Joseph explained that Egypt would experience 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of terrible famine. He advised Pharaoh to prepare. Pharaoh was amazed. He said, "Can we find anyone like this man, in whom is the Spirit of God?" That very day, Pharaoh placed Joseph second in command over all Egypt. The boy from the pit now wore royal robes. The dream lived again. Joseph now from the pit to the palace. Joseph oversaw the land during years of plenty. When famine struck, people from all nations came to Egypt for food.
One day, a group of men arrived. Joseph recognized them immediately. They were his brothers. They did not recognize him. The ones who betrayed him now stood before him, bowing, just like the dream long ago. Joseph tested their hearts. He watched their actions. He saw their regret.
Finally, Joseph could not hold back his tears. "I am Joseph," he said, "the brother you sold." They trembled in fear, but Joseph spoke words that echo through history. "Do not be afraid. You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good." Joseph forgave them. He reunited with his father. What was broken was restored. Here is the message for us. Joseph's story teaches us something powerful. A pit does not cancel God's promise. A delay does not mean denial. Pain does not mean abandonment. God can use betrayal, waiting, injustice, and suffering to prepare us for purpose. If you are in a pit today, hold on. If you are waiting, stay faithful. If your dream feels forgotten, trust God's timing, because the same God who lifted Joseph can lift you too. Remember Joseph's words, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Genesis 50:20. If this message blesses you, please subscribe and share with a friend. Till next time, God bless you.